Hey everybody, doing a drive-in talk while taking the road trek on a fifth maiden voyage. First time with the solar panels on the roof. I got 700 watts on the roof of this thing. I gotta show that on a later video. But I'm holding the phone on the steering wheel. If you wonder why I'm twisting all over the place. Driving by, I gotta get gas pretty soon, very soon. Probably by the time I land at my daughter's place. I'm at a quarter tank now. This van gets about 11 miles to the gallon is what I'm guessing at. I'm running numbers on it now. That's a preliminary so far. But I was thinking about this, right? The whole world wants to go EV, electric, and all that, and I'm not against it. I just don't like when one technology is being forced on us by burying another technology, and that being oil. When was oil invented? In other words, when did we discover oil? Okay, I'm trying to think. Even Little House on the Prairie in the late 1800s even had, because that was, I think, gold rush type stuff. Trying to think back then, but I'm pretty sure it was in the what the heck movie was I watching the other night? They were complaining about, well, they had horse and wagons, yeah. So it was late 1800s or mid 1800s or whatever when we discovered oil. I'm gonna guess. I don't know the number. I'm just trying to sound all superficial, but we haven't had oil on the planet for too long. Whale blubber was the other oil we were using until we wiped that all out. But or supposedly, but we're crying here up a storm, and if you look at the World Economic Forum, they're gonna bury the oil industry so that solar can compete with it. Now, solar isn't any cleaner than oil in such a way that you need hazmat teams when you have a battery malfunction. Okay. I don't care how safe they claim it is, or that. I'm not against whatever. Do whatever you do with your batteries. I'm just saying. I decided to go silica salt batteries, and I believe lithium is derived out of these salt, certain salt areas. I think there's a couple of deposits in the United States they're investigating now because it's such a value right now. But right now it's coming out of Africa and a couple other spots. I think Australia, a couple of other spots, But the reason why don't we just use everything to our best advantage, and why don't we implement stuff to our best advantage instead of shut this? I mean, these idiots, okay, want to take a 40 trillion to 80 trillion with a T trillion dollar bill to switch everything over to solar. Okay, now granted, I bought 700 watts of solar for about 700 in with delivery, probably $800. Okay, that's with delivery. So the price is a lot better on solar, but I have 500 amp hours of silica salt batteries on here on board as we speak. I don't have it hooked up yet, but that's a whole other story. I haven't videoed heavily what I did on the roof. It's came up pretty cool for me and for a road trek. And you can't fit 700 on here without doing extracurricular activities on the roof. So, anyways, we are spending foolish money on top of foolish money on top of foolish money, trying to get the whole world to go in one direction when it's all set up in another direction, while keeping that functioning. They're still selling gas-powered cars to this day, knowing that in 7 years, 8 years, they're eliminating all gas automobiles. I mean, that's only 7 years away. You buy a car now, you're going to be stuck with that car or vehicle. You know what I mean? I don't think they're going to pull it off. I think the rapture is going to happen well before that, and they're going to be all sent the zinger of their lifetimes. Because there's going to be troves of people getting saved in the tribulation. You know, so that's, I mean, you can only hope for the best now. There's a massive falling away. The church has failed their mission, on a mission that they probably really never had in the first place, but they took it upon themselves to do it themselves the way they feel is best. Now, preaching is one thing. Talking about God and the Bible and Jesus Christ is one thing, but I am not a preacher. I will never label myself as a preacher. Never, ever. I don't want the job. I don't want the responsibility. Okay? I'm just a do-it-yourself guy, just trying to, you know, get through this world as unimpactful as possible. As we can't do damage to this planet, you know, if we tried. Yeah, we can devastate an area. Nuclear bombs are going to do a big number if they decide to come out with that stuff. But it's in nobody's best interest to even light up one of those. But not saying it's not going to happen, not saying that it will happen. I don't really care either way. It drops on my head, so be it. I don't care. You know what I mean? I really don't care. I don't. And you know, I'm just, you know, not trying to figure out life. I got life figured out. I got this all figured out. This whole thing's a game. You know. My brother, again, I'm gonna bring up this story my brother says about. He read the book about Napoleon Hill, and Napoleon Hill's, you know, conquering the world, the known world at that time, and he's got all kinds of stuff. And he's riding his horse down this road one day, and he sees this guy just laying down, you know, laying on the grass, just relaxing. He stops. He was I don't know what the story was about. Why he stopped to talk to this guy? Maybe he was asking for directions for a town or something to, you know, pillage and conquer. Who knows? But he shut my window while I'm driving here. Made it worse. All right, we'll leave it open. Less whistle. That doesn't help either. But you know, the guy's basically relaxing, just enjoying the day. You know, he's enjoying his life. You know, I don't know if he's gonna be here next day or not. He doesn't really care. But Napoleon Hill asked him, he goes, do you know who I am? He goes, no, I don't know who you are, but you're in my sunlight. Can you kind of move it along? The town's down that way you're looking for. He goes, you know, whatever. He goes, I don't know who you are. I could care less, you know. And that's how we have to be as nomads, as followers of Jesus. We're in this world. We are not of this world, okay? Oil was discovered 100 years ago, 150 years ago, 50 years ago, whatever you want to call it, okay? But definitely within 200 years we discovered oil, okay? We made a bunch of obnoxiously rich people more obnoxiously rich, okay? On the world system. They became less rich on the eternal system. You want to become very wealthy on the eternal system. And you know how you do that? I am the richest man ever as far as a Christian is concerned. Because you know why? I know where my standing is. I'm worth this to this world, but I'm worth everything to Jesus. Everything, okay? And that's all he wants. He wants me to acknowledge that he's it and I'm not. And I have fully acknowledged that he's it and I'm not, okay? What song was I listening to? That Nine Inch Nails song, Only. Yeah, not a religious song, but is it not? It is pointing fingers to things that we need to wake up and realize that these rock and rollers, even though they're high as a kite, were saying something, okay? They were saying something. The church threw them out with the bathwater. They were saying stuff. And we were too, look at me, to say, like Ozzy Osbourne, what song was he? He's talking about politicians, I have to find that song. But Ozzy Osbourne's trashing these politicians, trashing them because they are trash, okay? We need to pray for these people. We need to realize that they are lost. They got their reward now, okay? The Bible talks about you can get your reward now, you can get it later. Which one do you want? Most people go for the reward now. I'm like, I'm good with the reward now. I want the reward later. And you know what? If later never happens, I didn't lose out. I didn't lose out on anything, you know? I did, we had some activity going on over here. Brand new road, and everybody seems to be like overly excited about it. I'm really not sure what's going on here. street, a car. Oh, we have an accident. Yep. We got a fender bender. I guess somebody came out of side street or something, and they just opened up that side road. It's been closed for like 5 years. Building a bridge. It's gonna take 5 years to build a bridge. Ridiculous. Okay, we are better than that as a nation, but because we're human, we're not. We suck. Sorry to say, but we gotta wake up, people. You know, all this stuff going on. The Bible talks. These things must happen. Okay. The Bible is not predicting these things might happen. The Bible is written by a bunch of fishermen, and you take these guys for being a bunch of whack jobs or not, I don't care. I believe them. I believe they were given this divine information through the Holy Spirit to write that in that book, and that's why those books have survived. Okay? They all point to each other. Old Testament, New Testament, they all point to each other. Old Testament points forward. New Testament points back. And all kingpins to Jesus Christ. You have to realize this, people. You gotta. This walk is very simple. Okay, accept Jesus and kiss your ass goodbye. Either way, kiss your rear end goodbye. Okay, in this world, you are in this. You're in this mess of a system. Okay, the way just every day we're trying. Oh, tomorrow's gonna be better. Tomorrow's gonna be better. What's wrong with today? Today's perfectly fine. I'm driving out to my. I was at my sister's. I'm driving out to where my daughters are, where the rest of my brothers are. Really, my sister's an hour away, and we put her out there for a reason. Just kidding. Okay, she was wise and she chose a nice spot. But so I mean, I'm having a great day. My van started up. You know, I'm taking it for the maiden voice and make sure the solar panels stay on the roof, which they're bolted down, so I'm not worried about that. They're not self-tap down. They're bolted down. Nothing bolt on both ends, and all silicone, not silicone, but Dicor and all that stuff. That double-sided tape. I did all that stuff to it. So these suckers are not moving. I'm gonna do some finalized caulking. I gotta make a straw on one of the next tube I open up. I'm just about out of that tube, but I don't want to do it just yet. I want to make sure I can kind of use up most of that next tube because I don't like having an open tube. They dry out and they're not the same after. Anyways, you know, I'm here today. I woke up this morning. I said, Lord, thank you for today already, because I woke up. That means you're giving me a day of opportunity. You know, it doesn't mean financial increase and all this stupid fake paper. They can print that stuff until the cows come home, and we're running around chasing it. But why you chase? This stuff's always going to be here. I haven't run out yet. I don't even have a job lined up, let alone a job. I'm selling my trailer. I have it up for sale. But you know, hopefully that money that'll sell relatively quick, and I'll have some money. But it's in the Lord's hands how that gets done. You know, will I get what I want for it? Probably not. You know, but I mean, I'm not gonna shoot myself in the foot by asking not enough for it. You know, so we'll see. You know, we'll see how that all goes. But I'm not worried about it. I mean, any money in my pocket is better than it not being in my pocket. You know, so it'll sell for the right number. God knows the number. He knows exactly what it's gonna go for. So I'm not worried about it. And I already got 2 people asking for interior pictures, so I just put them up. So, but yeah, oil was just invented, and we already hate this stuff. We've polluted the planet beyond comprehension. We as humans have already polluted. I mean, before oil was invented, how many wooden ships are in the bottom of the ocean? How many gold fortunes are in the bottom of the ocean? We had to move around. I mean, it is incredible. The movie, was it the movie Bounty and Booty? Bounty. Booty? Bounty? I don't know, but Mel Gibson's young in it. I thought it was a long-winded movie. What's the guy, the Clarice guy, Silence of the Lamb, the guy, the white-haired guy there, he was also in Legends of the Fall. Can't think of his name. Anthony Hopkins. There we go. Boy, took long enough to get that out of there. Tell you what. a clog is bad. It's ridiculous sometimes, but I think it's called Bounty. The movie, it's a boat vessel, and how the upcoming of the United States and all that, and how they end up going to, I think what was the country? The country's still in effect today, but they met women, out there, and they fell in love with these women. These women loved these guys, and they were living nomadically in their own way, just out, however they were living. Just watch the movie, you'll know what I'm getting at. And happiness is not things, okay? And I'm gonna segue again to like the dating website. If I put my ugly mug on a dating website and I put myself down as a nomad, 0 people will contact me. If I put myself as independently employed, $1.5 million of income a year, I will have every their grandmother after me. And even if I'm like pathetically ugly, even if I'm if I'm pathetically good looking, they probably will question it, But it's sad how society is. You can't get a girlfriend or a boyfriend right now unless you can show money or you have money. Everything's geared on that. So I'm all set, Oh, and I'm wearing my daughter's shirt today. I don't know if you can see it. It says something about old guys rule. I'm a legend in my own mind, and I am a legend in my own mind. I am the man in my own mind, And I don't walk around thinking that. Believe me, I'm not like that. But I mean, I love me. I do. I love me. I don't want to marry me. I'm stuck with me. I can't get away from me. You try living with me. Tell me how you feel sometimes. Try living with yourself. Tell me how you feel sometimes. You know what I mean? It's there were days when I would kind of like, I wouldn't mind getting away from myself for a day, and you just gotta wake up to what's really, really, really going on. It always comes down to the simplest of things. All the noise out here. I haven't watched the news. I barely watched it during the 2020s. You know what I mean? I got big on YouTube. I hope this pot smoking moron. And sorry for all you pot smokers out there, but this guy needs to cut back on it because, he was all over the highway looking for the dispensary. Not hard to find. Another Saturday of, I don't know what's going on over here, but we're going to go around these morons because nobody knows how to use directionals anymore. Nobody's watching the road. Chaos. Or chaos. It's incredible. But so it's interesting. I find the world very fascinating now. I remember back in the day when I was in my we had a brand new house built for us, me and the ex-wife, and we had a $700 a month mortgage. The rate was kind of high back then, so I think we were paying like 8%, maybe 9%. It was a mortgage through a bank. It wasn't even a mortgage company. It was a bank. It was a bank mortgage. I remember sitting on the toilet, do a lot of thinking on the toilet, and I mean, I had the house, I had the job, a good job. It wasn't. I mean, I love, to this day, that was my best job. I was working at an electrical supply house. I drove, I did sales, I did warehouse. I went in the back, I cut up pallets to throw them in the dumpster. I did everything that needed to be done. I was a very universal guy, but then I sidetracked. I need to make more money. That's when everything got screwed up. But I was sitting on the toilet. I couldn't help but think, is this all there is to life? Is this it? I'm 20. I'm 27, 28. I didn't have kids yet. I go, is this it? I've accomplished everything already in my life that, I thought I was never going to accomplish. Not even 5 years ago. Got a girlfriend, got a wife, got a house, got cars. We're going on vacations. We're traveling. We got snowmobiles. We're doing all kinds of stuff. Very, very active. And all of a sudden, we were still spending money like a bunch of idiots, and then money started getting tighter. Then 2008 happened, lost everything. Then 2013, I went self-employed. And then 2020, brand new wife, started amassing stuff again. 2020 hits, and I'm selling out everything. Basically, I say lost everything again, and you know, what do you do? At that point, I said, screw this system. I am done with this system. Then I was waking up to stuff too. I accepted the Lord in late 16, Thanksgiving of 16, when I made it official that I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, not my will, His will. Well, my will to follow Him, yes, but His will with my life now. It's not what I want out of this life. It's what He wants me to be involved in and part of, and all that happy stuff. Yeah, I recommend you move over, because these panels are going for the first 70-mile-an-hour voyage on the highway, so we'll see how they do. I wish I would have bent up my mirrors so I could see them, but they're bolted down. I'm not worried about it. They're bolted down, and they're I'm gonna do the die-cut tape. I might even loop that around that. That might be a good idea to help hold that down, tape it to itself. Not a bad idea. Just if I see the bolts moving at all, But I'm gonna stay behind this. This is a pretty cool car right here. I'm gonna stay behind them only because I don't want my panels flying off and me having to pay for that car. Because I'll just give them the van and say, hey, have a nice day, and start over somewhere else, But it's just gonna simplify your life, people. Just simplify your life. Not really physically, just mentally. You gotta realize, yeah. I was listening to the Nomad. I should hashtag these guys too. What was that? Nomad. Not Nomad King. Oh, what the heck? It's Travel Snacks. No Can Fin and Timothy Ward. Their channel they got Nomad. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank on that. But anyways, they got a channel out and they're promoting on their channel. So grab any one of these people, and I can't say guys because there's a girl in it. Sorry, I think her name's Allison. Yeah, I think it's Allison. I mean to call her a guy. She's definitely not a guy. They're trying to figure out life too, and stuff, and get their things going. So it's all good. But I would like to hire speed, but I just don't want to mess this guy up with my panels. But not that I don't trust him, but this is literally the first ride on the highway, so I'm taking it easy. But it's going good. You guys see this? Those skylights up there. I got. Oh, you see my cross? I hung that thing up. You can see it. Actually, if I stop here and he goes, I'll stop for a second before I go here. And we have my first cross in my van, and it's right here. Oh, where's my hand? Learn how to use the hand. Right here. Wow, it's right there. I hung a little cross. It's on a couple of bread ties, and like, oh my God, you hung your cross on a cheap bread tie? Yeah, I did. You got a problem with that? Take it up with yourself. You got problems with that, you got bigger problems than that. But I like it. It just hangs right there. When I get up in the morning, I can see it right from my bed. I look up, and there's everything that matters to me in my life is my Lord and Savior, But I'm gonna cut it short now because I'm going through the town of Millville, Massachusetts, and they are all I forget what kind of cops they are. They're auxiliary police in this town, and they want to become very important. So auxiliary police. Here's a cop. Speaking of cops, but put my phone down. But that'll be it for now. I will let this go. But I just wanted to make that point that we have to use what you have to your disposal without abusing it. I mean, don't throw oil in a fire, but you can make starter start a fire with sawdust, and it works great to start a fire real quick, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna cut it short. All right, have a great day, and keep your savior close to your chest, you know. Keep him close. All right, love yous.